chance. Choosing Sir Tag CR was a great pick. I mean, he's a good friend of mine. I can't say a single bad word about the man, but moving in hard over on the right side, he's going to start off with a Hog Rider push, adds a log on, that rolls through the Goblins, and buys a couple swings out there for the Hog Rider. Good start for him, but facing a big push over on the right.
Ooh, Executioner comes down. Executioner against beatdown decks is very crucial because you just drop it in front of the tank and it just takes out every single support unit behind it.
Swings through that giant Mega Minion combo, and Tag goes on the counterattack. TMD Yayo with plenty of elixir to play around with, but a nice field advantage for Tag here. Got to freeze that Inferno Dragon if you want to prevent him from locking on and burning up this push.
Yeah, Goblins are going to try to take this Hog down fast, and only Hog got one hit.
Log felt a little late there from Tag compared to that first push. Starting to get short on elixir. He played very aggressively though, and he got rewarded for it. Right side for Team Yayo has taken almost 1,000 damage.
Yeah, Tombstone is a great distraction. Ooh, Inferno Dragon almost took it down, but those skeletons are always pesky behind a Hog Rider, behind a push. That's what the Tombstone is for. The skeletons aren't made to do like a lot just alone. Obviously they get one shot by the tower, but being pesky behind fast units, being able to take down the support cards of your opponent. Tombstone is a very versatile card.
Similar defense as last time. He's got the Executioner chopping things down, but used a Tornado this time to make sure that the angle of attack was proper and correct for finishing off that Mega Minion. You know, he was coming in a little bit toward the left that time. You can drop the Executioner a little bit toward the right to try to get that angle proper to hit both targets, but Tornado does the job for you. Why you got to do the heavy work whenever you can use a spell to get the job done.
Yeah, the Hog Rider got through there for 2 shots through the Inferno Dragon and through the minions. Hog just slips through the cracks.
Team Yayo with a couple more drops of elixir, but behind in damage. He's got to really turn on that offensive engine with this beatdown deck now that we're in double elixir time.
Yeah, I'm curious what Yao Yao's spell is.
There it is. There's one right away. Asking you shall receive. It's the poison spell. Finishes off the Tombstone and all the skeletons from it. Also killing the Executioner there. Nice hit from Team Yayo. Turning things around here now.
Poison being able to take down the Executioner on a counterattack is huge.
Ooh, wasted log from Tag. This time there were no Goblins on the back end. Nice burn up of that Hog Rider at the right side, and Miner's getting quite a few hits as well.
Yeah, and Tag used the Tornado on offense, so all those units are going to be following that Knight, and they will go and assault in the left-hand lane. Hog Rider coming in front of that Executioner. Goblins come down. Let's see if the Hog is able to get a hit. It does. 398. Log takes it down to 302.
Getting awfully close here. I wonder if Tag's got a big spell in his deck. If he does, this could be game over. Just needs to defend against this final push. The Miners get a lot of chip damage, though. Zap and Poison may not be enough to finish off that right side tower. Tag reaches 6 elixir, and there goes the rocket! Not misplaced at all this time, and a 1-0 for Sir Tag CR. Wow. A lot of different singular troops like Witch, cards like Wizard get wiped off the map by the 6 elixir lightning and usually get a lot of collateral damage as well.
Yep. It's definitely used for most popular against your Musketeers deck. Now the go-to is Poison, Rocket, and Fireball. Lightning kind of fell out of that.
Zap's still very popular, and the E-Wiz right behind it prevents those Infernos from getting very many locks. And I think that's one of the reasons why Beatdown has become so popular, if not dominant, in the King's Cup too.
Yeah, log coming out there from Yao Yao to take care of that Goblin Gang. This Giant's going to try to get a hit, but the Mega Minion comes in from behind and cleans it out. Mire coming in from Yao Yao, but the tower is focused onto the Mega Minion. Zap goes down. The Goblins and Minions are still alive, but they're going to get some serious damage onto the tower.
Night Witch a little bit behind. She had to walk around the tower to try to get to the Miner out there, and that's almost 1,000 damage out the right side.
Beautiful counter push right there by Yao Yao. He knew exactly what Tag had. He spent the Minions, he spent the Goblin Gang, so he knew he had to spend a single unit to try to defend against that Miner.
Soaks a couple hundred damage from the Bats, though, and it's looking like TMD Yayo with the Golem has got a much heavier deck. Haven't seen an Elixir Collector from him, though. Interestingly, we actually just saw another deck that was running Golem that didn't have Elixir Collector in it.
Yeah.
Giant marching down the right lane for Tag, but it's going to be a split push from him.
I think it's a very smart idea to split push like this, because that Miner is just going to get constant chip damage, and it splits TMD Yao Yao's defense against that Giant, where he spent the 8 elixir to drop that Golem on the field, especially without Elixir Collector.
That's right. The most worrisome thing about these big Golem pushes is not the Golem itself, but it's all the troops that get stacked up behind it. By sending in a Minion Miner push out the left, 6 elixir, not, you know, a cheap investment at all, but just enough to force TMD Yao Yao to be a little bit distracted and prevent him from being able to build up in one lane. That's probably what kept Tag's right side tower alive, and although he's not winning right now, he's still in the game, and he might be able to turn this thing around.
Yeah, that's why Tag Tag is probably one of the best players because he knows exactly where to split his damage and when to do it, and he's playing very well. He's up 1-0, so let's see if he can bring it back or if Yao Yao is going to take it.
Apparently using the same strategy here. Sends in the Giant in one lane and the Miner Minions combo down the other lane. Log rolls through the Goblin Gang though, and that right side push has been absolutely totaled. Left side Giant is soaking for the Night Witch, but she's having a little bit of difficulty taking this Golem down with the E-Wiz zapping all over left and right.
Yeah, Night Witch is trying its best to take down this Golem. Now distracted by the Goblin, so half health Golem going towards that left-hand tower. 283 remains on the right-hand side for Tag. This Golem's Miner goes down on the right-hand side. Night Witch doesn't predict it. Zap goes in from Tag, keeping that tower alive, but
Log or Poison would be able to finish it off at this point. And you got to hand it to Tag. This was just about one of the hardest counters that you can imagine in the game. Log to finish off the Goblin Gang. Poison to be able to finish off any of the minion attacks that Tag was able to send in. There wasn't a whole lot he could do that game. He just got out-rinsed. Cup 1. That $25,000 prize went to a good cause. His bank account is needing a bigger boost. Let's see if he can be part of the $60,000 team if he can win this championship.
Let's get into it. So, both players are sitting at 10 elixir. We've addressed this before. Oh, Yao Yao makes the first move, but when both players sit at 10 elixir, they don't want to make the first move. They want to see what their opponent is going to do. Sometimes they opt to wait and just wait until double elixir so you get that constant fast play.
That's true, but oftentimes the lighter control-based deck will prefer to try to start the motion of the wheels, you know, and it looks like TMD Yao Yao playing maybe a Miner Poison deck, something a little bit lighter, and Stabbier will be going in for the first play here. Takes a little bit of damage over on the right, but with a Mega Minion on field, he could conceivably get a little bit of value here on the back end.
Yeah, Stab Goblins are going to stay alive, and it looks like they'll get a couple stabs in there. Two stabs.
Staying alive, staying alive.
How much does one stab do? I honestly don't even know. I'd have to look at the card.
Yeah. Don't go too far, though.
No. I think 106? 106? Sounds about right.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. How'd you come up with that so quickly? Miner out the right lane, connects on a Team DIS tower, tagging a little bit of chip damage of his own. Playing the same deck as last time, so it seems.
Yeah. Here we go. So, Miner, Minion Horde, Goblin Gang from Tag.
Night Witch stabbing down the Giant, but she's got to worry about this Miner on the back. He finishes her off, and the Bats are going to be relied upon next to get the damage out. Giant and the Miner punched that tower down to 1066. The last time Britain suffered a foreign invasion. And it looks like the flying troops coming on in are going to get a tank as well. Miner in the back from TMD Yao Yao, chipping away at the tower, and the minions are actually doing quite a bit of damage too. Set up from the defense from TMD Yao Yao is good though.
That Mega Minion was barely one tile in front. If a Mega Minion went like a half tile further back, the minions would have been locked onto the tower, and that would have been some serious damage for Tag.
Night Witch in the right lane. Great defensive support card. Once again, going to try to stab down this Giant. And it's a pretty similar push from TMD Yao Yao. Can Tag hold on to his tower, though? This is a 1-1 draw, and the entire match comes down to potentially this next exchange. Giant is still quite healthy at half hit points as he marches toward the right lane. Miner's been chipping away, but the Giant gets a punch off, and this is looking pretty good for TMD Yao Yao. Just needs another poison zap combo to finish things off.
Giant played aggressively at the bridge here. Let's see if the Spirit Goblins can finish off this Inferno Dragon before it can heat up. Another Inferno Dragon comes down, and this is not looking good for Tag.
Not at all. Burns apart that poor Giant, and he goes down. Poison has been sent in from TMD Yao Yao, and with the Miner strike, that is gonna do it. Team Massive Dragons representing the Meta Maulers. TMD Yao Yao, the once and future king, has defeated Sir Tag CR.
TMD Yao Yao is an absolute beast.